This Egyptian paste glaze, they say it breaks down like if you use it with food. It's not, because it fires at such a low temperature. You know, it's not really suitable for anything that would be exposed to anything acidic, like, you know, tomato paste or orange juice or whatever. Think about it, it's made out of alkaline chemistry. But so I'm going to pour this over. I'm going to use the dipping tongs and pour it, and I'll show you what it looks like because I can't do both at once. I'd love to show you this in person. I poured it onto this vessel here, and I could see these little bumps. That's the soda ash clumps that even pass through my screen. I'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with them there. I think they'll just be like big blotches, but I'm not going to try to fix it. But I notice it's really thin. It's like not giving me a thick coat. I don't know how that'll look, but I add like a handful more of ball clay to thicken it up a little bit. Now I'm going to screen it through like a much finer screen. Here we go. I'm going to pour this. You can see how much smaller my screen is here versus this one. It was letting like all kinds of clumps come through. I didn't want to just take it all out though, because that was the soda ash, the sodium carbonate. This is somebody's dish from class. I'm going to use this. This will be perfect because I'm going to use it for putting plants in instead of drinking out. I'll put a little basil in there or something, grow it this summer. So here's how I'm going to pour the glaze. See if it sticks a little bit. Oh yeah, it's sticking so much better, so much thicker. So I guess this is just a really small example of empirical approach. You know, I am writing down what I do, and I'll test this and I'll observe it and I'll see what happens. And if I like it, I'll do it again. If I feel like it's not enough color, I might add more metallics. Probably gonna be too much because I'm a maniac, you know. I'm like, oh yeah, if a little bit the color is good and a lot's great. But that's not usually right. It's like if you're washing clothes and you put soap, you're like, oh, if it says to put a capful in, I'll put in 2, then they'll get really clean. It doesn't work that way. But whatever. There's a hole in the bottom of this right here. I'm going to hold my finger over it and just pour it in. This, you know, this is the way we pour our glazes or dip our glazes. I'll just run it around inside. Oops. Trying to get everything. In this case, I think I'll just let it pour right out the bottom. Take advantage of it. It's going on just like so much more beautifully. I just added like 2 tablespoons more of that ball clay, which would be like one of your pure deposits of clay, you know, non-contaminated clay. It hadn't, you know, gone through like a river and then been from a mountainside, picked up all kinds of other components. It's just you know, decomposed or deteriorated rock. I'll get the rim by dipping that in. Man, it's so nice. I hope it turns out good. I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'll tong it and I'll just pour the rest over. Look at that, so good, so nice. Can't wait to see how good it comes out. Tiny little tong marks will just disappear. You should wax the bottom usually, but I'm just doing this on the fly. I'll put stands in the kiln so it doesn't, make sure everything's coated with a nice even coat. I wonder how the ancient Egyptians did this. They probably had like a big barrel and they just, who knows, maybe they attached it to a piece of string and just dipped it in. Who knows? Probably a million different ways. But this art that we study here is 5,000 years old. There's so much to learn. It's so much fun. I'll just let that drip off. It'll kind of like even it out. So I'm gonna put this in the kiln if I can tonight. Oh, this is pretty cool. So this is still pretty hot. It seems like the cobalt is really showing through a lot. You can see the copper is kind of hidden by the blue, the green. This one's really nice. This was the first one I did before I added more of the ball clay because I thought it was too thin, but it was so wrong. You know, like here's more ball clay. I put it on thicker. Look, it almost turned black. It's crazy, but the plate where it wasn't too much, it gave more color, which seems counterintuitive. But I'm getting some beautiful blues and greens in here. Really like this one. But again, like where it was thicker on the inside, where I poured and I let it soak in, it almost just went black. But like here again, I have like really nice blues and greens. It's kind of like a pish posh way I did. I didn't really do it well. I just wanted to see what it would look like. This is pretty nice. This will be nice for a little plant on the patio this this summer. It's breaking here on this texture. It's pretty cool. Not bad. I'll probably try it again with less cobalt carbonate and just keep the copper only and see how that looks, and go back to my original formula with the thinner, with less clay in the glaze, and try that.